Cancer. If you're hearing these words, perhaps a part of you has already sensed that something is shifting, not loud, not easy to name, but strong enough to make you pause every now and then in the middle of life's constant motion and ask yourself, where am I really headed? You might still be smiling, still replying to messages on time, still getting everything done that needs to be done. But deep inside, in those rare pockets of silence, there's a strange feeling, as if the universe is quietly rearranging the pieces within you, preparing you for something entirely new. For Cancer, someone so deeply connected to their emotions, home, and the people they love being alone, especially in those long, quiet nights, has suddenly become precious time for the universe to whisper secrets you could never hear in the noise. And this is absolutely not a coincidence. You may think you're just moving through a temporary phase, but in truth, you are in the middle of a process that, one day, when you look back, you'll recognize as a turning point, written in your destiny, a journey where every single moment of solitude is another layer of energy being added, illuminating your intuition, your deep empathy, and your heart. In this opening, I just want you to know one thing. Every empty space you feel has its reason. The universe is preparing you for an event that will make you understand why you had to walk through everything you've experienced so far. If these words resonate with you, leave a comment saying, I am ready to receive the universe's message, so I know you're here, walking this journey with me. Hit like and subscribe, so you don't miss a single sign. Now, pour yourself a cup of tea or a warm coffee, find a quiet corner, and let's dive into the story that I believe the universe wants you to hear right now. Part 1. The pause that's not accidental. When Cancer is alone, the universe is rewriting the energy map. Cancer. Have you noticed that the nights when you lie alone in a quiet room, when all the outside noise has faded, bring a completely different feeling? It's not just the absence of someone next to you, it's a space, both outside and within, being cleared out to welcome something new. Don't think of this as meaningless emptiness. In truth, you are in a rare process the universe has arranged for you, a purposeful energy recalibration phase, where every breath, every silent moment is quietly redrawing your energy map in preparation for a major turning point. For Cancer, this is even more special. You are someone deeply rooted in your emotions, your connections to home, and the bonds you share with others. Your heart thrives in the comfort of familiar faces, and you are always there for the people you love. But precisely because of that, finding yourself suddenly alone, especially on long nights without anyone beside you, becomes an unusual but deeply meaningful phenomenon. It's like when the ocean's waves temporarily calm, allowing the waters to reflect the moonlight in a still, peaceful way. In astrology, the moon, your ruling planet, is known as the guardian of emotions, intuition, and inner wisdom, guiding your heart and your sense of belonging. But few realize the moon also has another side, a doorway that leads you into the depths of your true self, one that only opens when you temporarily disconnect from the world around you. Those nights when you are alone, free from distractions and the needs of others, are the very moments the moon brings you back to your original state. It opens a pure space where you can hear the quiet voice within that soft but always honest sound you often overlook in the hustle and bustle of daily life. This pause is not here to leave you behind, nor is it a punishment from fate. It's the quiet hallway the universe has built just for you, so that each layer of old energy relationships that no longer serve you, habits that drain your spirit, expectations that are not your own, can be gently released. Like an artist refining a canvas, the universe is helping you shed what no longer fits, preparing you to live with more clarity, peace, and emotional strength. Pay close attention. You'll notice subtle yet undeniable changes. You may begin to feel at peace in spaces that once felt empty. You're less interested in shallow conversations or empty pleasantries. You've become more selective about who you allow into your heart. And most importantly, you've started hearing yourself more, sensing more clearly what you truly need and what is only here to distract you. I know, for Cancer, someone who thrives on connection and emotional closeness entering this phase, might feel like you're losing something. But trust me, you're not losing anything at all. You're reclaiming yourself. And once this new energy map is complete, you'll look back and realize that every pause, every solitary night, was a necessary stroke in the larger painting of your life. If what I'm saying makes you nod in recognition, leave a comment. I am ready to receive the universe's message. So I know you're walking through this phase with me. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because what's coming next will be the answer to all the nights you've endured. For now, pour yourself a warm cup of tea or a fragrant coffee, sit back comfortably, and let's continue this journey to uncover the messages the universe has for Cancer at this very moment. Part 2. Energy restructuring. When Cancer's intuition and heart align. Cancer, do you ever feel as though there's a major overhaul happening inside you, invisible to others, yet something you can feel in every breath? It's not loud like a major life event, not explosive like a moment of victory, but it seeps in, bit by bit, like a quiet current gently shifting direction. This is the phase of energy restructuring, a subtle process, with a powerful influence on both your present and your future. Cancer is the sign of deep emotions, of nurturing care, and of an intuitive connection to both your inner world and the ones you hold dear. You are like a soft but steady current, always sensing and flowing with the energy of those around you, absorbing emotions and subtle cues that others might miss. Because of this, your energy rarely rests in a still state, but constantly being emotionally attuned means you often carry emotional fragments, things that no longer serve you, but still linger in your heart and mind. These fragments may come from a past conversation that still weighs on you, a relationship that has lost its warmth, or patterns of behavior you thought were harmless, but are quietly draining your energy. Sometimes they come from moments when you agreed to something out of a desire to please others, or from times when you kept your true feelings hidden to protect someone else. Over time, these fragments build up like dust in a space that needs clearing, dimming your natural clarity and peace. And here is when the universe steps in, like a skilled healer, clearing out each channel one by one. Imagine yourself as a vessel of pure, loving energy, capable of receiving the most beautiful frequencies. In the past, you've absorbed all kinds of emotions, both joy and sorrow. Now, each fragment is being cleared, making room for the purest, truest energies to come through, the ones that resonate with your authentic self. When intuition and emotion, Cancer's two core powers, align, the first change you'll notice is in how you respond to life. You're no longer pulled into every emotional situation or swept away by the feelings of others. Instead, you choose how to respond with love, wisdom, and peace, from a place of self-awareness. This is a state where your heart is open enough to feel, yet your emotions are stable enough to guide you. These shifts will show up clearly in different areas of life. In relationships, you start setting higher standards. You no longer want to keep connections just to fill the space, but instead, Seek those that are truly meaningful and nurturing. In work, you become more focused, prioritizing tasks that resonate with your values and that bring you true fulfillment, rather than just doing everything for the sake of doing. Within yourself, your emotions become more stable. Drama, gossip, or negativity no longer easily disturb your inner peace. And here's the fascinating part. Operating at this new frequency means you don't have to try to let go of what no longer fits. What doesn't align with your energy will naturally drift away like two magnets with opposite poles that simply can't connect. Your energy will naturally filter out what doesn't belong, leaving space for only what serves your highest good. Astrologically, when the moon, your ruling planet, moves into a phase that supports intuition, your dreams, gut feelings, and awareness become sharper than ever. You may start knowing the answer, even before your mind has fully processed it. And when your emotional wisdom and intuitive understanding come together, it's like unlocking a premium version of yourself. Cancer. This is a rare gift. These two powers don't always align. This is your moment to embrace it, to reset every standard, from how you nurture yourself to how you allow others to enter your space. And if you're nodding because you recognize yourself in these words, leave a comment. I am ready to live at my new frequency, to declare to the universe that you are ready. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because this journey holds more signs and messages you won't want to miss. Part 3. The Upgrade. Signs of the Cancer Soul. Cancer. There are changes happening quietly within you, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss just how much you've transformed. These aren't loud changes like switching jobs, moving homes, or starting a new relationship. They run deeper shifts in your energy, in how you feel, respond, and choose. And each of these small changes is a piece of a larger picture, signaling that your soul is approaching the threshold moment of a powerful transformation. The first sign, you're no longer interested in drama or shallow connections. In the past, you might have gotten pulled into emotional turbulence or kept certain relationships just for comfort, even though they didn't truly nourish you. But now, the moment you sense that the energy of a situation or a person feels heavy or insincere, you step back without regret. You understand that your emotional well-being is precious, and you won't waste your energy on connections that don't bring you peace and growth. The second sign, your tolerance for anything that disrespects your worth has dropped significantly. You no longer accept being belittled, overlooked, or forced to shrink yourself to fit someone else's expectations. If before you might have tried to smooth things over or adapt, now you're willing to walk away the moment you feel unappreciated. This isn't coldness, it's self-respect that has matured, whispering to you, if you have to sacrifice your peace to keep someone, it's not worth it. The third sign, your intuition has become strikingly accurate. You begin to know what fits and what doesn't, even without solid evidence. In conversations, you easily sense what's true and what's disguised. In relationships, you can quickly tell who truly cares for you and who is only there for their own benefit. Your intuition now works like a finely tuned compass, always pointing toward the direction that aligns with your new frequency. The beauty of these changes is that they're not only happening inside, they're starting to reflect in every area of your life. In love, you attract people who seek deep, genuine connections rather than superficial encounters. In work, you're finding projects, partners, or environments that respect and amplify your true value. In your social life, you choose quality over quantity conversations, become more meaningful, sincere, and nourishing to your soul instead of draining it. You'll notice something fascinating. When you change internally, your external environment automatically adjusts to match you. People who no longer share your frequency will drift away, sometimes without explanation, and opportunities, people, and experiences aligned with your energy will appear almost as if by magic. This is the law of attraction at its purest form. When you upgrade, the world around you upgrades too. Cancer. If you recognize yourself in these signs, understand that this is not random. You're approaching the moment when the universe will push you through a new door, a place where everything in your life is rearranged to fit the stronger, wiser version of you. Don't rush. Don't fear. Every step you take now is bringing you closer to what you once thought was out of reach. If you feel these words are describing exactly where you are right now, leave a comment. I am reaching my threshold of change, to affirm to yourself and to the universe that you are ready. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next parts will help you recognize exactly how to fully embrace this upgrade phase, so you don't miss a single gift this journey has to offer. Part 4. The test phase and the universe's invitation. Cancer. When you've traveled far along your transformation journey, there comes a point when the universe sends you critical turning points. They don't arrive with a bright neon sign to warn you in advance. They often show up disguised as opportunities, invitations, or unexpected situations. But here's what you must remember. Not all of them will lead to the future you're seeking. Some are merely bait, familiar paths that lead you back to the old road. Others are the true entrances to your next chapter, where everything you've been waiting for is already there. And the real challenge here is being able to tell the difference. These bait paths are often subtle. They might be an old flame returning with promises of change, a job that sounds full of potential but still carries the same old burdens, or an offer that looks appealing on the surface but quietly demands you sacrifice the peace and self-worth you've worked so hard to build. They don't show up to destroy you, they're here to test whether you're truly ready to say no to what no longer serves you. This is your moment to prove that you won't return to the patterns and choices that once made you shrink from your truth. On the other hand, real invitations from the universe carry a completely different energy, and your body will be the first to notice. You won't just think it's right, you'll feel it. Not the fleeting rush of excitement that fades quickly, but a gentle certainty, a deep, clear whisper from within. This is it. Your heartbeat slows, yet it feels deeper. Your breath becomes lighter, and a warm, calm energy flows through your body. That's the sign that this choice is aligned with your new energy. For Cancer, someone who feels deeply and nurtures others with all their heart, this is a pivotal lesson. Let your body and intuition speak first. Instead of relying solely on logic, your heart is your strongest guide. And while your mind is an excellent tool for understanding, it can be swayed by surface-level reasoning. Intuition is different. It senses energy, perceives what lies beneath, and it never lies to you. Try this. Before making a decision, pause, close your eyes, and ask your heart, how does this feel? The answer will come clearer than you expect. This stage is like a final test before you graduate into the next chapter of your life. The universe is watching to see if you'll patiently wait for the right opportunity or choose any available path just because you're afraid of being alone for a while longer. This is a test of faith. Faith that you are deserving of the best. Faith that what's truly meant for you will come at the right time. And sometimes, patience is the bravest action you can take. When you choose wisely, everything starts to click in a magical way. New people will enter your life, bringing a light, yet profound sense of connection. Work opportunities will not only challenge you but inspire you, filling you with energy and purpose. Even your living space will begin to reflect the peace and clarity you've found within. More light, more space, more serenity. Cancer, this is when you step into your role as the keeper of your own destiny. Remember, saying no to what doesn't align is saying yes to what is meant for you. Every time you refuse what no longer serves you, you create space for the universe to bring in something far greater. And if right now you find yourself standing at the crossroads with choices, some familiar and tempting, others full of potential but unfamiliar, trust the feeling in your heart. Don't let the fear of loss pull you back. Let your deeper desires guide you forward. This is how you pass the test and walk through the door that truly belongs to you. If you feel like you're in the middle of this test phase, leave a comment. I choose the right door for me, as a promise to yourself and to the universe. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because in the final part, I'll show you what's waiting on the other side of that door and why this journey will make you grateful for every choice, every moment of patience you've held on to. Part 5. Becoming the whole version of Cancer. Cancer. Do you remember the very first days of this journey, when you didn't yet understand why the universe placed you in stillness, why you had to endure those long nights alone, and why everything familiar seemed to drift away? Now, standing at this moment and looking back, you can see that it was all part of a perfect design to bring you exactly here to the destination of wholeness. As this stage closes, you'll realize you've crossed an important threshold. From seeking someone to fill a void, to only choosing those truly worthy of sharing your energy. You no longer need another's presence to feel complete, because you have become your own source of light. The space within once a fear is now where you store peace, creativity, and strength. You no longer place yourself in relationships just to have someone, because you understand that true companionship doesn't come from need, but from conscious choice. In this state, you don't just transform for yourself, you become an example for those around you. They look at you and see living proof that it's possible to live authentically, set high standards, and still receive love and respect in full measure. You inspire not through loud declarations, but through the way you walk, the way you guard your boundaries, and the way you shine without asking anyone's permission. The solitude you once tried to avoid has now become a precious gift. It's like a secret garden where you quietly plant seeds, nurture them with time and love, and one day watch the entire garden bloom. In that garden, you've learned how to speak with yourself, to listen to the inner voice once drowned out by the noise of the world. You've realized that every moment alone was never a loss, but an opportunity to reconnect with your soul and your truest essence. And then, from that garden, you step back into the world with a new presence, not just in appearance, but in energy. You don't need to say much for others to notice the difference. The way you enter a room, the look in your eyes, the calm in your responses all send a clear message. I know my worth. You no longer chase validation, because you have already given it to yourself. From here on, every relationship you have, whether love, friendship, or professional collaboration, will be built on a solid foundation. You come to them not to be saved or to prove anything, but to create value, joy, and growth together. You attract people who are as whole as you are, souls who have healed themselves and want to open a new chapter with you. Cancer, This journey has taught you something essential. You don't have to please everyone. You only need to be true to yourself, and the world will adjust to meet you there. When you live in alignment with your nature, what's not meant for you will fall away, and what is worthy will find its way to you. You've traveled a long path from scattered to focused, from waiting for others to choose you to choosing yourself, from fearing loss to knowing you can never lose yourself again. And now, you are here not just as someone who has completed a journey, but as living proof that changing from within reshapes your entire life. If you're hearing this and feel it touching your heart, leave a comment. I have become the strongest version of myself, as an affirmation to yourself and a signal to the universe that you are ready for the new chapter. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because this journey doesn't end here. This is only the beginning of a brighter, deeper phase where you will continue to unlock your full potential and receive the gifts the universe has long prepared for you. Cancer. The journey you've just walked with me in this video isn't just a story about astrology or the influence of the universe. It's a mirror for you to see yourself, to see how the silences you once feared have now become the starting point of your strength, to see that the universe's tests aren't meant to discourage you, but to teach you how to stand firm in your own worth, to see that solitude can sometimes be the gift that shapes you into your clearest, most complete self. The greatest lesson you can carry forward from today is this: don't look for external validation to define who you are. When you truly understand your value, every connection, opportunity, and experience that belongs to you will naturally find its way. Trust your intuition, listen to your heart, and always set the kind of standards that your spirit feels at peace following. Life will never run out of choices, but only you will know which door is truly yours. If this video has resonated with you, leave a comment sharing what you've realized, or a phrase that gives you strength today. I'd love to read your stories, because who knows, your story might be the light that guides someone else. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any important messages the universe has for you. Remember, you don't have to wait for anyone to start living your life. The strength you've been searching for has been within you all along, and when you believe in it, the whole world will shift to reflect the very best version of you. I believe we'll meet again in the next messages, where every step you take is filled with meaning and light. See you in the next video.